society. Help is the one is in.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Kevin Jackowitz. This is the Kaged Review, and I wanted to make this post because I've been having some conversations with some people about BabyMetal in particular, and this is really interesting to me because there's been some conversations about the sellout aspect, the gimmick aspect, the purist metalist not really liking their sound, all of that. You put it all together, and you have endless debates about whether BabyMetal is actually metal, if you can really define them as metal. Here's the thing. From my understanding, BabyMetal was kind of manufactured in a way, and by that I mean their producer, I think it was their manager actually, wanted to bring back a popular metal band, create a popular metal band, because heavy metal was a style that was dying in Japan. It was a style that was really falling off in that country. And so he wanted to bring it back in a major way. And so he had this idea of putting the J-pop sound, the kawaii metal, whatever you want to call it, lead in front of this super heavy background in the kami band. And so the kami band, from my understanding, are technically one-on session musicians. But at this point, I mean, it's pretty much BabyMetal. I mean, you're talking over 10 years later, and they're still playing with, a small variation of the same group of guys. And the musicianship between the kami band, we've all seen. They're fantastic musicians, and they are experts at their craft. Like, if you've ever seen them doing their solos, especially in something like Catch Me If You Can, I just did that reaction. I haven't posted it yet, but it's there. And it's really cool because, yes, they were kind of manufactured. It was an idea from somebody who absolutely loved metal, though. And it's been the idea of really all the band members to create a metal band that everybody could lock onto. And here's what I think is super impressive about that, is not only is that true, but they made it big. Now, to make it big in your own country, honestly, the odds are not that great. I think it's less than 1%. I did some research, and I think the actual number is something like 0.01% for a band to make it big in their own country, to be successful, to be able to live off of it. Now you take into account this is a band who has now gone global. That's hard for virtually any band to do. It is difficult to be extremely popular, not just in your own country now, but all over the world. And it's super, super hard for a metal band to do that nowadays, because back in the late 80s, early 90s, maybe we'll say even into the late 90s, early 2000s, you had a much bigger rock and metal scene. That was kind of what the popular music was. But now the entire entertainment industry musically has shifted into rap and R&B, and that's not to say that there aren't popular metal bands or rock bands, but as a generalization, that's where music has shifted. And so to be a metal band, to not just make it big and make it big globally now, and to have people just going frenetic in every country that they go to, this guy didn't just find lightning in a bottle, he found the whole storm. And I think now that the argument has to be put to rest. Like, are they metal? Are they manufactured? Doesn't matter at this point. They're metal. Like, however it started, however it began, whatever people think about that, they have been accepted by most metal bands all over the world. Rob Halford, who did a performance with them, I believe it was 2016, absolutely talked them up. Dave Mustaine, Metallica, Anthrax, Bring Me the Horizon. All these major bands that are, metal, and bands that most metalheads respect are saying, yeah, they're the real deal. And so I just kind of wanted to share my opinions on that, because as I'm learning, as I'm getting to know the members of the band, as I'm kind of learning how this process began and its evolution, it's phenomenal. It's something that happens once in a lifetime, and I think I can say that genuinely. And so for people to try to deny that, or to, debate whether BabyMetal are actually metal, I think that has been silenced a long time ago. And that's kind of my thoughts on it. So I just wanted to share that real quick, because at the end of the day, we all have our opinions, we all have our likes, we all have our tastes. Like peppermint mocha. It's amazing. Go try one. Starbucks. But just because you don't like something, or because it doesn't match your tastes, doesn't mean that it's not part of the genre that you listen to. It just means that you don't like that particular band, or you don't connect with them in a certain way. And I don't think there's any one person that can speak for an entire genre of listeners and say, nope, that's not metal. I mean, that's just egotistical at that point. So that's my thoughts on it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think in the comments below. My name is Kevin Jackwitz. Kaged Nation out.